So if you watch wealth building gurus, they will all tell you that you need to diversify your income stream, and that's amazing advice. And boy, am I ever glad I did that. So despite having an executive position at a textile reclamation firm, even those kind of jobs can hit a downturn at any time. There could be a problem in the industry. In our case, despite the business doing so well, regulations came in and shrunk the business by half. We had to make some really hard decisions around staffing and whatever. And in order to avoid further layoffs, directors, including me as vice president, we all took a pay cut in order to save a few jobs. Happy to do it, and whatever. The reason I was able to make that kind of integral decision is because I've diversified my income and I make money in other areas aside from that job. So when you're diversifying your income, sure, it's great for on those times when you hit a downturn that not only will you be okay through it, but you can even make decisions that then you feel proud about. If I could not sustain myself on a lower paycheck, I wouldn't have been able to do that, and I would have had to lay people off. So it's wonderful when you're in a position where you can afford to do the right thing and keep people employed because you know that you can depend on other income. So in my case, despite an executive level position, which is quite taxing and time consuming, I'm also co-founder, co-owner of a media agency. We're co-producing a reality show, so that takes up a lot of time. Plus, we do social media management for said company, and we've been taking on other clients as well. I have a business partner. She has a huge roster of clients that she services now under our mutual brand that we have together. Now, aside from that, I also am involved in multi-level marketing. Now, multi-level marketing was for me a side gig. The only reason I got into it was because I loved the product and it was expensive and I didn't want to have to pay for it. So the goal was to sell enough of it that I could get it for free. And what I did to give myself some buffer is I built the business big enough so that my commission check is twice as much as I spend on the product. So that's amazing, right? But I'll tell you, when I started to get into tense times, in the executive level position, that MLM money that was coming in on the side really got me out of a few jams. So by energizing just a little bit, I was able to grow it just a little bit, you know what I mean, to make me okay. Now what the goal is to grow the MLM side of my business so that it equals what I'm making at my executive level position, which in terms of where I'm at on MLM, I only have to jump up 1 or 2 levels to be making that kind of money. So in MLM, if you find the right company, find the right opportunity, you can grow very, very, very quickly. The person who I'm enrolled under, just the second above me, her husband 4 years ago quit his job. He used to be a police officer, so that's a good salary, that's a great pension. She just had a kid and he quit his job at that time to join her MLM business because that's how much money they were making at it. And now they live in a beautiful mansion on a lake, and she's just 2 levels above me. So there's serious money to be made. MLM, it's about choosing the right opportunity. So MLM is getting a lot of my energy right now because I'd like to grow that. The thing about multi-level marketing that other opportunities like my media agency or my executive level position, for example, won't afford me is passive income, which means in order for me to make a penny at my media agency, I need to be servicing a client. I need to be actively doing something myself to grow that business or energize a sales force to do it for me. But again, even that takes a lot of energy. The idea with multi-level marketing is not just to sell a lot of your product, but to find people that are looking for a side hustle or looking for a main hustle, and why they would choose MLM if they are an entrepreneur or entrepreneurial is because any other business, the entry point cost wise is just out of reach for most people. If you want to open a restaurant, you know what I mean? Think about that. The retail space, you have to pay for the equipment, the staff, the material, all that stuff. What MLM is, they handle all that. And basically what you're doing is getting a commission just by referring people to that company. So you don't have to, if you pick the right company, you don't have to hold any inventory, you don't have to distribute, you don't even have to deal with the customers very much. All you have to do is refer them. And if they sign up or they buy a product under your affiliate link, as long as they're shoppers at that company, you will always get a commission on everything they make. So if you can not only find good customers of the product, but find people that love it so much they want to turn it into their business, and you energize them, then they do all the work and you just keep getting your money. Now that's what happened to me. Is I had a lot of customers and that was great, but then I enrolled someone who steamrolled a business, and without me doing a thing, my commission check just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger because her team was getting bigger. She was doing all the work and I was making lots of money. So it was great. So now it's like, I got to find myself a couple more of these people. You know what I mean? And then doing it better. And you don't need a lot. So, in order to make money selling product, you have to have a lot of customers. But the smart way to do it is to enroll even just four people that are really interested in growing a business. They will create the customer base you need to make money. You know what I mean? So it's finding, four really good, energized, self-motivated, self-determined individuals. There's a certain personality that does well in network marketing. So someone who needs to be coddled, you know what I mean, who's not very energized or motivated, they may have a hard time. But if you know someone who's motivated and they have a network and they're a hustler kind of energy, you could do very, very well. So for me, as much as MLM is a side hustle, it's also my exit strategy, because MLM will give me the opportunity to build wealth that an executive level position will not, period. Just won't. There's no way, and I'm executive of a multi-million-dollar company. It will never make me the money that MLM has the potential to make me, even if we become the biggest brand in the industry. So MLM, I won't let it go. Despite being vice president of a company, despite having my own media agency that's working on a reality show that's taking off, despite all that stuff, I will not let my MLM go. Because it's too juicy. I want that lake money. So it's too juicy. And then on top of that, I've also diversified further in funnel hacking. Sales funnel, online sales is something I've been dipping my toe in, because again, I'm trying to automate how I earn my money, and I want to diversify. So then what do you do when you get all these different streams of income? At first you're just paying your bills, right? And you're just catching up on stuff you might be behind on. But eventually the idea is that you want to save at least 40% of what you're earning. You want to put that money aside into like a sacred account that nobody can touch. And as soon as you can put some of that into real estate, you start investing in real estate. And that's the end goal, is to take the money from all these passive, untangible, virtual ways of making money and turning it into physical property. And that is a good way to do it. So income diversification gets you there sooner. So the more streams of income you have, the less dependent you are on one, the more independent you are financially. In a lot of ways, it's a nice security blanket to have. Even with MLM, like, you keep it as a side hustle. I've heard of many people that were happy with it as a side hustle until the shit hit the fan in their life, a divorce, a death, whatever, and suddenly they go full tilt and turn it into a big Goliath. And you can do that too whenever you're ready. It's nice to have on the side. This is something you want to know more about, or you'd like to get more information on. I've already done a class. If you scroll down on how to make real money in MLM, if you'd like to join my team, we do a lot of support. I really support my people. We have our own little group. We have a book that gets you started, the whole bit. Make a comment or reach out, and I'll be happy to hook you up. Have a great day, everybody.